Hello friends, you're with Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Eldritch Horror. I'm not sure if I should be confident here or how exactly my situation is. It seems to be pretty much on the brink, actually. The good point is I've already done the first mystery. I'm now here more or less in the middle of the second one. So that's basically going well. I have a pretty good chance to finish that second mystery pretty soon too. And then there would be only one mystery left. I got a little bit of problem with the gates. There are 3 gates open and there are tons of monsters there. And that is not good. Well, apart from that, we got to handle with this. We got to cope with this rumor here, and we got to do this now in this turn. If we don't make it, if we cannot solve this rumor in this turn, the game is lost. I'm pretty sure about that. She needs some better equipment after she's lost every item she had. So maybe she can simply move to Arkham, trying to gain at least a spell there. And well, okay, let's see. So I think I'm going to start again with Harvey Walters. He's going to be prepared for travel. And he will take a railway ticket. And then he's going to travel. He travels to London, spends his ship, moves to Arkham, and then spends his railway and moves here to Chicago. And these were his actions. Now we see Patrice Hathaway and I'm pretty sure I cannot make it to this space in time. This would be my next rumor, but I think it's more or less sure that this other rumor will get activated or will be lost, so that would push the Doom track then 3 spaces ahead. That's not a good thing, but honestly I don't know what else to do right now. So with her I'm going to move to Arkham. That's my first action. And as a second action, not sure what to do as a second action. Five. Well, I'm in pretty good shape basically. What is it with this? Okay, I'm going to do a focus action. I'm going to place a health marker here. Damn. And I'm going to gain a focus marker then. And I really wonder if I should now flip this. Sacrifices to make. I think I want to. So let's see what we got. You collapse on the floor, your eyes glowing with arcane energy and your mind surging with the knowledge of the great beyond. When you awake, everything seems clear to you. The power of the outer gods is yours to wield as you please. Wow, that's cool. Improve lore Then gain 1 spell for each health on this card. Then discard this card. So I gain 2 spells, and this is really awesome now. Okay, so we got Feed the Mind. Test lore -1. If you pass, choose an investigator on your space to improve 1 skill of his choice. That's not bad, but, well, I would have preferred some combat spell or something. We got the Enchanting Grace. Once per round, when you would lose health, prevent 2 of that health loss. Well, that's not bad either, but it's one of these glamour spells, and they're hard to keep, I think. So I'm not sure if that was such a great... if these were such great spells. We'll see about that. Then it's Mark. And, well, let's see where he moves. I think he goes to Alexandria. He can do that for free. And I want to rest there. I want to regain some sanity. I'm in a pretty bad shape when it comes to this. Yeah. And fine with that. And then I'm going to try to I'm going to do this local action, try to get rid of my depth condition. This movement here was for free, by the way, so that was not an action. And I made it pretty good. So this is gone. Okay, now I'm actually in a pretty good shape with him. Zoe. Well, she's still here in Tel El Amarna, and not sure what she wants to do. Okay, so we stay there because we want to try to gain a clue token there. So I think first I want to focus, and then I will rest so I can try to invoke the elements. And I did it! 3 successes, wow. But I'm not gonna flip the card right now. I'm gonna do that in the next turn, or the next time I rest, I guess. I gain an additional sanity here. And I'm fine with my health. Okay, so then we come to the encounter phase, and it's now the professor here. We got to do this Shadow Beneath Chicago. As an encounter, an investigator on Space 5 may search for the living darkness that has caused hundreds to take their own lives. So we got to do this observation test. We got an observation value of 3 plus 2 for the cursed sphere. That gives us 5 dice. Now we really want to make that. If we're not, we are in a lot of trouble, but I think we have a really good chance here. And we did, actually, also easily. So now we are allowed to spend 4 clues, and then this rumor is solved. And that was really close. I mean, that was basically the last chance to do that. It's kind of sad that you don't get any anything out of this. I mean, in Arkham, if you solve a rumor, the worse it is, the better is the higher is the reward. But here, well, simply, okay, the rumor is solved. Thanks for working, I don't know, 6 turns or something. Now it's Patrice. She's in Arkham, and she wants some good spell, something to fight with. A strange man at the bank is unable to pay his mortgage. He's willing to sell you an antique book of magic. Well, that sounds like an interesting start. But we only have 2 dice there. Let's see. And we made it. Very, very good. If you pass, the book proves highly illuminating. Gain 1 non-ritual spell and 1 random tome asset from the deck. Wow, that's cool. Okay, I was extremely lucky now. I didn't cheat. I was just so damn lucky. We got Rack. When resolving a combat encounter, you may test lore -1. If you pass, gain +5 during that encounter. So that's really basically what I wanted. And now the real surprise comes up. The map of the ley lines. Gain +1 lore and +1 will. Once per round, you may reroll 1 die when resolving a test during an otherworld encounter. This is an absolutely fantastic card. So now she's back in the game, right? Still, she's not a great fighter for a big number of monsters, so it's gonna be hard for her to to fight all these guys here. Still, we're not doing bad now. Let's see if this might become a very successful round if we are doing as lucky as we did until now. Mark, he's here in Alexandria, and well, basically he wants that clue token there. So let's see. An eccentric collector offers you a piece of his collection of Egyptian heirlooms, provided that you can distinguish it from amidst a room full of clever replicas. Okay, so this is not going to be easy. We only have a 1. We need an observation test to do. So we got to be lucky here. Ha ha! We made it! If you pass, gain this clue and 1 relic unique asset. Wow! Wow, this is really looking good now. Let's see what a relic unique asset is. But it sounds really valuable. Okay, so this is a stone tablet. When you perform a rest action, you may attempt to decipher the carvings of the tablet, on the tablet. If you pass, flip this card. That's not so good for him. I guess he's going to give that away to someone else. He's definitely not good when it comes to lore. But still, that might become valuable later in the game. And now it's Zoe, and she's here at Tel Alamara. And maybe she's lucky, and she could gain a clue there. You explore an unfinished chamber in the royal tomb. Oh boy, that sucks. She only has an observation value of 1. Wow, now I'm really rolling amazingly good. If you pass, you find a doorway to a room with a large map on the wall. gain 1 treasure map unique asset. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see about that, what that treasure map is. So, here we go, a treasure map. When you gain this card from the deck, place 1 random clue face up on this card. After resolving a location encounter or an expedition encounter on that space, flip this card. So let's see what we got here. This is 2. Well, that's right over here, not exactly around the corner. Not sure if that's very helpful. But the good thing is, we were successful at that location encounter, and now I can actually wait a second here. After an investigator resolves a location encounter on the Egypt sideboard, he may spend 1 clue to track down the followers of the Dark Pharaoh. If he spends the clue, a cultist monster ambushes him. If he defeats it, place 1 Eldritch token on this card. Okay, so now we gotta fight a cultist monster, and here we go. That's not so hard, I guess. We gotta do a will test, and then we got to do a lore test. Okay, let's see. I'm not bad in lore though, but he sucks in lore. So for him, that's actually a real problem. Shit. Maybe we should give the clues to her then. Might be a good idea. Oh man. Well, let's see. So, let's see, there we go. 1. That shouldn't be so hard. Will. Okay, she made that. And then we got to do a lore test. -1. That's not easy. We need a success here. Let's see. And we didn't have that. Shit. So, what does that mean now exactly? Shit. So that means the clue is lost because we didn't defeat the monster. Well, what we could do is we could roll again. Oh, this is tough. Yes! Amazing. Okay, so now we actually can spend an Eldritch token there. This is really, really tough. And we need 4 Eldritch tokens on that card. Wow. We might consider bringing Patrice here on that other board. She's not too far away and she might be able to help over here. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. And he can move on and try to kill some monsters. I think that's a good idea, and maybe then can give these clue tokens to Patrice. With the ley lines, she's the one who should actually do that. She's extremely clever. Yeah, I think that's what we got to do here. Okay, so until now that was a good round, but things might become a little dangerous now, because now we got to draw the next Mythos card. And yeah, we got this activation sign here, so therefore if we would not have solved this rumor, we now had to diminish all our abilities by 2. And that would have been just horrible. So therefore, that doesn't happen right now. This goes on. There is no effect. And then, let's see. First, the monsters activate. And here we now have some effects, I think. What about the witch? Is anybody cursed? No. Okay, so he's fine. The duel. Move this monster one space toward the nearest investigator. Okay, now where is that? 1, 2, 3. Now we said that the pyramids are actually adjacent to that. So basically, these two guys are adjacent to that. 1, 2, 3. We have this guy over there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's even further away. So I think what happens is that this monster will move to Istanbul. No, one space. Was it 1 or 2? 1 space. Okay, so it moves to, well, wherever that is. And right now it doesn't do too much damage there. And then we have the fire vampire. 2 spaces toward the nearest investigator. Okay, now let's see. We got, again, kind of tricky. I think it might be again the pyramids. So I think he moves to Istanbul then. Wait a second, that's not true. Actually, 17 is here. Now that's kind of crazy. I think it is Cairo then. Is it? Not sure. That means, yeah, so that would mean that we will actually take damage from this guy. The fire vampire moves here, 1, and then he's right there, and he moves to Cairo. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know. Here's the problem now. I mean, if we talk, let's say, about Istanbul and the pyramids, then we might say, okay, all these spaces are kind of adjacent to Istanbul. You know, that makes kind of sense because the pyramids represent this whole area here. But I find it actually harder if this guy is now in Cairo, that these 2 other guys also should take damage because it's kind of the same space. I'm not gonna do that. It doesn't seem logical to me. So, yeah, that simply sucks. I'm not gonna do that. This is 1 space. These other spaces are other spaces. They are all adjacent to Istanbul, I guess. But, you know, these are still, in a way, different spaces. So I won't give them the damage here. And we see the werewolf then moving 1 space toward the nearest investigator. So that's a similar thing now. This guy moves here. So, yeah, he's at space 17 now. In Bombay or in India. And that means that, well, everybody else on this space would actually lose health. But that's not the case. Okay, so no bad effects here. We were lucky there. Let's go on. Ancient One. Yeah, now, let's see. So we all gotta move now 1 space toward the bent pyramid. That is really, really a strange effect. You know, it sucks you always in the middle of the map, which is really, can be, you know, a bit disturbing from time to time. So I think with her I want to go to London, which is fine. I can move that way or this way. He moves to Arkham, which is okay, I think. And, well, these guys all move to the bent pyramid. There is no big deal. So nobody takes any damage from that either. And let's go on. Mythos cards. Okay, so that means now that this Eldritch token is removed. And now it says, when there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, advance Doom by 1 for each gate on the game board. I'm not absolutely sure, actually, if we would have another turn now or not. But, so if we had to remove another one, and then, when there are no Eldritch tokens left to remove, you got to advance the Doom. But I don't think that's the case. When there are no... I'm going to move on now. So that means we have 3 gates there. That's not good. It could have been worse, though. So that moves now to 7. But still that crappy card is gone now. It's a little painful, though. Okay, then we gotta check for cards. So we start with the Cursed Sphere. We don't want to roll a 1 or a 2 here. And of course we did. So that means we are cursed now. Now, you know, I'm not absolutely sure if I should roll right now on that condition, but it's hard to tell, is it? I don't think so, actually. I'm not going to do it. But in the future, if we have a similar situation, I'm also not going to roll. In this case, it would be an advantage for me. So I'm not going to do it. I'm cursed now, and the next time when we have such a trigger symbol, I can roll, and on a 4, 5, or 6, I can discard the curse then. Okay. We got the Enchanting Grace. Now we got to test lore. We got actually 5 in lore. We got 2 successes. Test lore and flip this card. The arcane words weigh heavy on your mind at all times. Lose 1 sanity. Yeah, I think I'm gonna accept that. You know, I mean, that's okay for me now. What else do we have? I think that's about it. Yeah. Possessions and conditions. Yeah, we're done. Good. And then we got to spawn a new gate. That's a blue one at the Nile River. Okay, so let me see a monster popping up. And that's a skeleton crawling out of the Nile. Well, okay. Now let's see. A dark power. Lightning cracks across the sky. You have a sinking dread that all the good you've accomplished is about to be undone. Each monster recovers all health. Well, that's absolutely of no effect. Then each investigator immediately encounters each monster on his space in the order of his choice. Okay, so in this case we were kind of lucky. no problems at all, and yeah, no effect of that card. Okay, it's Harvey again. I'm not absolutely sure what to do with him. First, I gotta rest. I think he's down at 1 sanity, so I definitely want to rest with him. And give him also another health, because he will probably lose 1 health because of the witch, now that he's cursed. In addition, we can try to pray, which is not going to be that easy now when we're cursed. So we have 4 dice, but we only have a success on a 6 here. Oh, no, that's not true. We actually do have 6 dice because of the cursed sphere. So first, I'm going to use these 5 dice. I only have 5 red dice. And that was no success. Not 1, 3. And now we're going to roll this one again. No success here. Okay, and in addition, I think I want to prepare for travel and grab a ship ticket here. I'm not absolutely sure what I want to do with him. It's kind of hard. I mean, there is no way I can close that gate. I somehow have to kill all these monsters, and that's not going to happen. Getting here is also pretty hard. It's simply on the other side of the world. So I see an option in actually moving also to the pyramids and maybe helping these guys. I got a hunch that this last mystery will possibly also be settled here on that sideboard. So maybe we can really say, okay, we more or less ignore the gates. I know it's kind of risky, but I'm really thinking about doing that, and instead completely focus on solving these 3 mysteries. I mean, we can try to close that gate here, right, which is right around the corner. But apart from that, I really think, hey, maybe I should simply go for the mysteries now. Okay, so that was his action, and now it's Patrice again, and I also want to bring her to the pyramids. So what I want to do with her is I want to prepare for travel, and I grab a ship ticket here. And then I can travel and spend 2 ship's tickets or 1 ship ticket, and I just do a normal travel action to Rome, spend another one to the pyramids. And I think, yeah, now I'm actually here. So that means that I can now move on the same space, or on a space where I can kind of meet the others. Where is that going to happen? I think that's going to happen here in Tel El Amarna. So I can move then with Mark. No, that's not what I want to do. No. I'm going to move here to the bent pyramid. That's better. Because then Mark can try to... No, wait a second. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to move here to Tel El Amarna. I think that's fine. Okay, so that was her action. Preparing for travel, moving, and then this free movement action here. Now it's Mark. And he now can do this free movement action here, and what he does is he now trades, and I think you are allowed to trade clue tokens. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think you can. It's forbidden in Arkham Horror, But I think here it is actually allowed. Let's see. It would be pretty stupid if not. I should have checked that earlier, maybe. Nah. Oh, come on. No trade. Here we go. Condition cards, health tokens, sanity tokens, and improvement tokens cannot be traded. Seems I can trade that stuff. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do now. Can I trade as many as I want? Any number, yeah. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to do this trade action. Can I only give it away? Oh boy. No, one to the other. The two investigators. Okay. So I'm going to give the 2 clues now to Patrice. Now let's see. Do I want to give her something else? Well, maybe the 38 revolver, because I got my carbine rifle, so there is no reason to keep both. So she can have the revolver and also the stone tablet. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Cool. That's pretty good, I think. And yeah, that was my first action, my trade action, and then I can move, and I'm going to move here to the Nile River, and I'm going to try to kill the skeleton, and then maybe later close the gate there. Finally, Zoe. Okay, so for Zoe, it's kind of tricky. I think I'm just wondering about this fire vampire. I'm really not sure if he should end up here or if we should have spent him. Maybe we should have said, okay, you know, we move from here and then we don't move to Cairo but to any space here. It's really, I think that is not clear. Hard to tell. I don't know what to do with this guy. I'll leave him here for now. I'll leave him here. So she moves. Well, she doesn't move. She simply goes here for free to Tel El Alamar, Amarna. And what is she going to do there? Well, hard to tell. I'm really tempted to give the revolver to her as a trade action. But then again, you know, she already is pretty good in combat, but then she would be amazing. Is that a good idea? Maybe I should do that. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Damn, I'm not sure. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. What I want to do is... Well, first of all, I'm gonna do... this arrest action. I think I don't even get an advantage out of this, but I can try to invoke the elements again. Roll 3 dice. And I made it. And this time I'm actually going to flip this thing. And let's hope for something good there. As you chant the arcane words, storm clouds gather overhead. With a final shout, the incantation is complete, and you thrust your arms toward the heavens. The sky splits asunder and lightning strikes the earth. For each Eldritch token on this card, one monster of your choice on any space loses 2 health. Then discard this card. That's not bad. So we can do this now with 3 monsters. Now let's see. Hard to tell, right? Oh boy, you gotta be kidding me. 2 health, that's actually not that amazing. Well, we could kill the fire vampire. He's physical resistant, so he might do me some trouble. I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill that guy. So he's the first guy. Then, well, this sucker is also pretty nasty. Oh yeah, he is. The servitor of the outer gods. Physical resistant. So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to also give him 2 damage. What about that witch? Oh yeah, we can kill the witch. Maybe we should do that. I think that's okay. Yeah. So okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna place these 3 guys here. Well, this guy is also a nasty guy. And he'll come closer again and again and again. So that's also pretty painful. Maybe we should... we might better place it on the duel. I don't know. Maybe forget about this. Yeah, forget about that. And then I'm going to kill the witch, because she would do damage to Harvey Walters otherwise. So, okay, I think that's okay now. I mean, the duel is going to be very hard to beat anyway, but I think we have a better chance if it is already kind of wounded. Okay. So, yeah, was it worth it? I'm not sure. Well, it was not a big deal. I mean, resting and simply placing, that was okay, I guess. Well, now she actually has 1 action left. She can now take another task, and she's gonna do that. Okay, so this is also walking the ley lines. When you close a gate during an otherworld encounter, place that gate on this card, then you may flip this card. Well, we'll see if this happens. So now, let's see. Let's see what happens. Harvey, an Arkham. Amid the cacophony of the train station, you hear the faint sound of an arcane chant. You may spend 1 focus. I don't think so. That's not going to happen because I don't have a focus. Okay. Patrice Hathaway. Now she's here at Tel El Amarna, and she's pretty good. So let's see. Akhenaten arranged stelae around the city as part of an occult formation. You try to find a way to disrupt their horrific influence. Should be able to do that. I got 4, 5. Come on. Yep. No problems here. If you fail, no, that's not happening. Yeah, great. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, okay, at least I didn't fail. What does that mean? Well, it means now that I can try to spend a clue and fight a cult monster. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I got 2 clues here, so we're gonna spend one. And now the monster ambushes me. And first we gotta do that horror check. We got 5 dice, I think, here. Okay, absolutely no problems here. Then we gotta do a where we go? Yeah, the combat check. And here we have now 4 dice. Yeah. Come on. Oh yeah. Fine, we did it. So that's the second Eldritch token. We have the right people here. It's not looking that bad. And Mark. So first Mark has to fight the skeleton. Shouldn't be such a big deal. Maybe the sanity roll will be. So we have now. We can use that gruesome talisman. You may add 1 to the result of 1 die when resolving a will test during a combat encounter. So we got 4 dice. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, okay, at least we can add 1, so that brings us to 5. So we lose 1 sanity. Not great, but okay. And then we gotta fight, but we're not bad in fighting. We can use our rifle here, so that brings us to 9. Yeah, that should be not such a big deal. So we got 9 dice and 5. Okay, cool. So basically we want, no, that's not true. We have only 7 dice. Because of that -2. So it would be good to have 2 successes, which is definitely possible. And yeah, no problems here. We got 5 successes. So we killed that monster. If you defeat this monster during a combat encounter, recover 1 sanity. That comes in handy. So very good. Cool. And now we can try to close the gate here. Let's see. Maybe we're lucky. It's really good this time, or this round. The future. You find yourself in the near future, imprisoned in a compound with hundreds of plague victims. Resolve the pass effect to stay among the sick and try to help them, or resolve the fail effect and to try to sneak out. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think I'm gonna go for the pass effect. So you try to resist giving in to the disease. So we got 3 dice now. And we made it. Very good. If you pass, one of the other inmates helps you to return to your own time to prevent this fate. Close this gate. Fabulous. That was good. Okay. It's looking good. It's looking really good now. Zoe. Well, let's see if she can place the next Eldritch marker there. That would be really cool. But first she's got to make that test here. So again, Tel El Amarna, the dead buried in the labyrinth of Kish begin to rise. You struggle to escape their clutches. A mummy monster ambushes you. Okay, that's not cool. Mummies are pretty tough. Okay, so there we go. If you pass the will test, you recognize the symbols on their tattered robes, gain 1 clue. Okay, so I think we might... it's not easy to pass that test. We got a 4. Well, okay, it's +2. So that brings us to 6 dice during that test. That can be possible. Come on. Yes, 2 successes. Fabulous. Okay, and now that's going to be a little harder. Fighting that mummy, we'll see. So that's 3 plus 2 brings me to 5. So maybe I should consider taking the revolver anyway, but let's see. Okay, that's a success. So that is okay, because... No, that's actually not true. We lose 2. We lose 2 dice. Let's roll again here. We only have 2 dice. Forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, well, it's even better. 2 successes here. So that means we didn't kill the mummy, but we also don't take any damage. So the mummy goes back, and we gain a clue, because we successfully managed to to recognize these symbols. And now here's the thing, and I'm not sure if I want to risk that. I could now try to... I'm really tempted to do that. I'm going to spend now... I'm going to spend that clue token, and I'm going to try... I'm going to get ambushed by another cultist. But hey, come on, I might be able to do that anyway. So first we got to do that. That should not be a big deal. We got 5 dice, I think, against that will check here. No, actually 6 dice. Okay, no problems here. But now, that's the risky part. The lore test. That's not easy. So we got 2 dice, no rerolls. Let's hope for the best here. We need a success here. Come on. That would be so great. Come on. Yeah! Awesome. Fantastic. We made it. So that means we can place another Eldritch token there. And now we're doing really well, because I'm pretty confident that she will make it in the next turn, right? I mean, she has a good chance. She's a pretty clever girl. She can really... she definitely can place the last Elder token there. And then we already would have taken 2 mysteries. We're still doing fine, I think, and there is no imminent threat right now. I think for now, the situation isn't too bad. We have some good guys, we have, well, good fighters. Maybe I should give her the revolver, then we have 2 really strong fighters. And yeah, I mean, we might have a real chance to win this then. Okay, but now first we come to the next Mythos card, and let's see how bad that is. Okay. Well, first of all, this goes on, and we have an open gate, so this thing moves on. Fine. Then again, we come to this trigger symbol. Now that's kind of interesting. Okay, let's see. First, we got to do the monsters again. So luckily the witch is gone. Now it's this sucker here, and yeah, he's a nasty one. So he moves now one space closer, so he moves to Istanbul. We got the... What about the fire vampire? I think we killed him, yeah. Okay. So therefore we only have this werewolf left. And yeah, I mean, he also moves to Cairo now, I guess. Okay. Let's place him like that. Then, after the monsters, we come again to the Ancient One. So that means now we all move to the Bend Pyramid. Well, they move here. I wonder if this guy should move here or not. I think he will. Why not? Yeah, okay. And so that was the Ancient One. Let's go on. What next? Mythos cards. We don't have any Mythos cards. Possessions. Now, what about the Cursed Sphere? Let's hope... I'm not sure if it's a good idea to get cursed twice. So, we'll see about that. No, that's not happening, and I think that's a good thing. Then we can roll for the cursed. Well, technically we should roll for the Enchanting Grace first. Because first for possessions, then for conditions. So we got to do a lore test here. 4 dice. Okay, that's a success again. And I think again we would lose 1 sanity. And I think I'm still fine with that. It's not great, but I think I'm gonna go for... Shit. Should I really do that or not? I mean, is there a way... Yeah, there is nothing I can do about it, actually. I cannot discard that card or something. This is simply what happens. I'm going to lose a sanity. But I forgot I got an additional one here. So maybe if I'm lucky, I get an additional success. And I do. Look at that. So now that gives us 2 successes, and still it's not good enough. So we lose another sanity. That's a pretty tough one, actually. That's insane. I mean, I think I already spent the sanity, didn't I? Not sure. I think I did. Okay, so then we got to roll for the cursed condition, and it would be good to roll a 4, 5, or 6 here. And again we did. Now these were 2 amazing rounds. Rounds that we don't see too often in this game, sadly. So that condition goes away. And... okay, and then... we got to spawn a new gate. In Tokyo. And there's a warlock. Wow. This guy is not nice. Roll a die on a 1 or 2. The nearest investigator gains a cursed condition. That sucks. Okay. Treacherous magic. Sitting down for a simple meal in a restaurant, it strikes you how alien the people around you seem. After everything you've seen and all the arcane secrets you have learned, can you truly think of yourself as one of them? The maître d' asks you to please stop carving into the table with the knife. Each investigator may discard any number of spells. Then he loses 1 sanity for each spell he has. Each investigator that lost sanity from this effect also gains a madness condition. Okay, so that sucks. What I'm going to do is, I think that might be a good way to get rid of this weird spell here. So I'm gonna discard these 2 spells, and the other guys don't have any. So these go away. Then I have 1 left, the rack, and that gives me. So I lose 1, and then I gain a madness condition. That's not a great card, but I think it could have been worse. Okay, so she suffers from a madness condition. It's the hallucinations. And that's it. And now I'm going to upload this thing, and I think we've seen actually 2 really, really good turns. I mean, there is absolutely no need to complain here. We rolled extremely well. We nearly managed to fulfill the second mystery here. We have cool items. We've drawn these map of the ley lines, the rack, spell. Yeah, I think we can be really pretty confident. On the downside, there are only 6 spaces left here. That's not great. There's a blue one here in Tokyo. We might try. We might try to somehow close that. I wonder if I should. Maybe I can move with him. I could move with him to Cairo, to space 17, which would bring me right here. So that's actually pretty cool. I can move to space 17 from here, basically with a single movement step. So that is pretty amazing. And from there on, I can close then maybe a little later. I can kill the warlock if I'm lucky. I can try to close the gate here. Try to close the gate here. Maybe defeat these big monsters somehow. I think this might be actually an idea. The problem is, these suckers here might then show up. But even that is an option. If I'm in India here, the duel might come after me instead of after the other guys. Is that what I want? Not sure though. No, it would cost me. Everybody would lose 1. Shit. I could attack the duel. For example, with my kerosene. Well, there's no difference between the kerosene and the carbine rifle, therefore. I'm not sure. I could do it. I could do it anyway. Maybe I will. Could attack the duel. Try to kill it. -2. There's a chance, but it's going to be hard. But, you know, I could do it. And we'll see about that. We'll see about all this. It's not looking too bad. I mean, if I can move out here, all this is not too far away. I see now that I also have a... I got a ship here. A railroad card would be good. Ship doesn't really help. Shit. Okay. Well, as I said, we'll see about all this. Hope to see you in the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.